Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking this 2022 Genesis GV70 on a POV test drive. This one is the 3.5 twin turbocharged V6 and this one is the Sport Advanced package, and the GV70 is all new for Genesis for 2022. So basically this is their smallest SUV, but let's go ahead and take it on test drive and see how it does. Alright, let's go ahead and take this all new GV70 on a test drive and see how it does. As I said, this one does have the Sport package, so basically has the beautiful quilted seats or the diamond shaped seats. They look very good, and overall the interior of this GV70 looks really good. Here is the shifter, and here is the backup camera. It does have the 3D view, and I believe this is part of the Sport package. Seat belt tightens up, just pushes you back to the seat. Alright, so driving this 2022 GV70 drives nice and smooth, very comfortable, and that massive screen looks amazing. It is a 14.5 inch screen. It does look very good, and the resolution is amazing, and overall everything looks amazing in this GV70. Let's go ahead and hop on the highway and see how this G70 does. Definitely this thing moves. Steering wheel is very nice and heavy. Wow, this is amazing. So since there is a lot of traffic, I want to go ahead and talk about the Smart Cruise, and I'll talk about the engine and the other things in this G70. So Smart Cruise is very good, and I really like it from Genesis. The steering assist activates at 20 miles per hour. All you have to do is just go ahead and click on this button, and that will activate the steering assist. And here is going to be an LCD screen right there in the middle, displays everything. And to activate the adaptive cruise control and the cruise control, click on this button and then go ahead and set the miles per hour, and you could set the distance between you and between the car in front of you. And it's such a beautiful system, very nice and responsive, and I really like it. And for the interior, it looks amazing. I think Genesis did such a great job with the interior of this GV70. I prefer it over the G80, the GV80, and the G70. And for the steering wheel, I think Genesis did such a great job with the steering wheel. It looks much better than the GV80 and the G80. I didn't like the style of it. looked nice and luxurious, but this one looks more sporty, and I think Genesis did a very good job with the steering wheel. And even the buttons, they're basically one whole button, but each button has its own button right underneath it. So I'm truly impressed with this GV70. As I said, the screen is 14.5, very responsive. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. AC controls are very easy, and they are basically it's a touch screen, and it does give you like a haptic feedback. It's like gives you a feedback saying that, okay, you clicked on this specific button, which is very good. Climate controls are very easy to use, and seriously, overall, I'm really loving it. And the ambient lighting is amazing in this GV70 as well. Let's go ahead and put the SUV in sport. Transmission is very nice and responsive. I'll talk about the engine and transmission when I have on the other side of the highway. Yeah, definitely the power is good. Transmission is nice and smooth. And it does have a camera right there. Transmission goes all the way down to the first gear. Very nice and responsive. The suspension setup is very good in this GV80. It's super comfortable, and seriously, I think Genesis did such a great job with everything in this GV70. I keep saying GV80 because I'm used to it, but yeah, I'm very impressed. Gauges look good, screen looks amazing. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and overall, it's amazing. This one is the 3.5 twin turbocharged V6, and there is the 2.5. Let's go ahead and do another acceleration right here. Definitely this SUV moves, and super impressed. But anyways, under the hood, they're going to be the 3.5 twin turbocharged V6 that is connected to the 8-speed automatic transmission, and this engine produces 375 forces and 391 pound-feet of torque. Very good engine, and it sounds amazing. It sounds nice and deep and aggressive, and as I said, Genesis did great with this GV70. Seriously, it's super impressive. And the suspension is nice and very soft, and at the same time it handles very good. So the suspension setup in this GV70 is very good. Nice and responsive. Engine is responsive, transmission is responsive, and overall everything is perfect about this GV70. The price on this one is $58,000, and it only has the Sport Advanced package. Basically gives you the suede headliner and the better looking seats. And by the way, those seats do have massaging function, so let me go ahead and turn on the Argo motion seats, and it's going to basically display it right there. Basically waves in the seat, and it's very good for long commutes and traveling, and it feels really good. There is whole body lumbar stretching, and one more thing, and there is an off position. But super impressed. And if you guys are curious about the fuel economy numbers, they are 19 in the city, 25 highway, and 21 combined. Very good MPGs for a car, or an SUV actually, that has 375 horses and 391 pound-feet of torque. And when you put the SUV in sport, the sides of the seats, they tighten up so they hug you in place when you're cornering and stuff. So very, very good. Wow, this transmission is very responsive. Brakes feel very nice and touchy. Yep, definitely very nice and touchy brakes. Here is the camera. Basically displays the blind spot monitoring system. There's a camera right underneath the mirror, and the ambient lighting in this GV70 is very good. I'm gonna go ahead and do an acceleration right here. I'm gonna leave traction control on because I know those Genesis are very tail happy and they love to kick the back out. Yep, even with the traction control being on, it definitely wants to kick the back out. And those back tires did actually spin, so it seems like it does send a good amount of power to the back, and it is a rear wheel drive bias, so it is of course going to send a good amount of power to the back of this SUV. But I'm super impressed with what Genesis is doing now. Buttons look good, everything looks amazing. The e-brake is down there. It does have engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off. Here is the drive modes. You'll have this wheel to basically control the screen. Here is the gear shifter. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode, or it's actually in sport mode now. Yeah, that thing sounds really nice and deep, super aggressive. And by the way, it does have launch control. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I could actually try it on an empty road. It does have 2 USBs right there, 1 wireless phone charger, 2 cup holders, and with the sport package, it does actually give you the smart park. Basically, you could turn on the SUV and push the front button. Basically, it will drive the SUV to the front if it's being blocked by 2 cars that are very close to you. So basically, you could just pull it out of the parking spots and then you could just get inside. Yeah, seriously guys, very impressed. It does have, of course, LED lights, which is expected from a Genesis and expected from a $58,000 SUV. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the launch control in this GV70 to see how it does. So I'm not sure if it has to be in Sport or Sport Plus mode, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in Sport Plus mode, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hold down the traction control button. Hold it down for a few seconds. Traction control and stability control disabled, and all you have to do is just go ahead and brake boost it. It says launch control. Wow. Yep. Definitely this thing is quick. 391 pound-feet of torque. Or I'm seriously speechless, but 375 horses and 391 pound-feet of torque are more than enough for this SUV. It pushes you back to the seat, and then it pushes you back again to the seat. Very impressed with this powertrain, seriously amazing, and yeah, as I said, I'm speechless. This SUV is amazing. It does have ambient lighting, and everything just looks amazing. Right here on the door, they're going to be ambient lights, basically just like a really nice design. So seriously guys, very impressed. And if you guys don't want something powerful as this 3.5, you could get the 2.5. So I'm glad that Genesis gives you the option to choose whatever you want, a 2.5 or a 3.5. But very impressed with this powertrain. Transmission is amazing. The ride is very comfortable. This SUV handles very good and it drives very smooth. And yeah, definitely the suspension setup in this GV70 is phenomenal. I'm seriously loving this SUV a lot. I think I prefer this SUV over the BMW X3, over the Mercedes-Benz GLC, and the GLC actually was my favorite before I drove this GV70, but I think now this GV70 is my favorite SUV in this segment. Let's go ahead and do an acceleration right here. Nothing crazy, no brake boosting, and I would say that was about 75% of me hitting that gas pedal, so it wasn't like a full 100% throttle. It does have blind spot monitoring system, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, steering assist, and a lot of things for 58,000. Definitely cheaper than the Germans, and I personally love the interior of this G70 better. This GV70 better than the Mercedes-Benz GLC, the BMW X3, and the I believe Q3 if I'm not mistaken, or Q5. I think the Q5. I am very impressed with this GV70. I love it. Gets great fuel economy numbers. Horsepower and torque numbers are good. Very comfortable, smooth ride, handles good, and I love this SUV from Genesis. Seriously, such a beautiful, comfortable SUV. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2022 Genesis GV70. I would like to thank Key Genesis in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this GV70. And if you guys are interested, I'm gonna go ahead and put the information and link at the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.